the challenge of preparing for a joint practice against a team you're going to play again in a couple of months?
Yeah, the good part is, playing them a few months. There's going to be a lot of, obviously, film and data out there by that point. So, but I mean, there's, some things that you might not show in those first, 8 weeks or whatever it is. So you just got to kind of pick and choose. Sean and I went through that this morning for a while just to see, hey, let's just make sure, cross our T's, dot our I's. But, right now it's still early August and we're just thinking about ourselves going against a different opponent, which would be good. Sometimes it's just, with a rookie, you're trying to figure out, can you learn one position? And then if you obviously got that down, the more you know, the better it's going to be for you, particularly if you're not a starter, right? Because you just got to be ready to jump in. So it's kind of those guys like, hey, you got a year under your belt, and going into that second year, making sure that you are able to know all three, pending the week, pending the practice, so that you're more flexible and versatile when those situations arise.
Coach, throughout this process, you talked about what you saw Stetson better and what you couldn't wait for us to see. We saw it. What's next for Stetson as we approach this next game?
Just to continue. I mean, it was one game, right? And we take each practice as it is, one practice, and one game as it is. So happy for what he did. For the most part, the ball went where it was supposed to. I thought he played with great timing, great anticipation. That lookie that he said no to and ended up getting to Xavier Smith on the right side was awesome. Just an incredible progression, and just understanding, within the time of the play. But it was cool to see that. I thought most importantly he operated well. I thought our operation in and out of the huddle was excellent. It's just them out there. We're not standing behind there. We can't just call 14 timeouts and make sure we're all set for the next play. So continue to do that. Continue to build and play each play as its own.
Let's talk about Justin Beedich. Usually physicality is the first thing that comes up with him, but how is he overall on the mental side of playing center?
Yeah, good. I mean, Beedich is a very smart dude, so he can move on a whim amongst any of those interior spots. I'm sure he can tell the tacklers what they need to do. You have to at center to make sure we're directing everything. But no, he's tough. He's smart. He's a guy's guy. He fits with these guys. He's a good football player. We're fortunate to have him.
Kyren and Jarquez, what did you see at the game? What did you see on tape?
As far as who?
Kyren and Jarquez, Hunter.
You're saying Corum in?
What did I say?
There, Kyren?
Kyren.
Yeah. Kyren, he was good running his routes earlier in the day, but that's what, no,
My
you're
bad,
good there.
sorry.
No, but they ran well. I thought as a unit, especially as the game went on, they just, the holes were getting bigger and bigger. I know Schrader there at the end, that was pretty cool just to see almost 4 or 5 straight runs, the exact same run, and guys just opening the holes. But they ran hard. They got the ball where it was supposed to go to, and backs, the more they get the ball, whether it be within a game or practice, and then as you stack weeks, the better and more comfortable they get. So it's good to see live bullets. It's what we expected, and continue to look for improvement.
What are your thoughts on the job Xavier Smith has done as a development as a wide receiver so far?
Yeah, I think X-Man has just gotten better and better. I think that goes from the first year he was here a few years ago to last year, making a few plays when we needed, whether it be special teams stepping in. I thought for Seattle, where obviously we were resting, some of our starters. I thought he played excellent there. There was a few times he was put in a real tough situation, and he got us out of those situations to keep us a little bit in manageable situations. So he's only gotten better. I think, per the conversation we're just having in terms of what do you see from these guys 1 year to 2 year to 3 year, like the more you know, he knows our offense really well. He's comfortable going in a lot of different spots. He's got a unique skill set. I think, he's always been a strong guy, but he looks stronger to me. He looks sturdier in a good way. So, no, I'm real pleased with where he's at. And again, like a lot of these guys, just continue to stack days.
Really,
I think it's just a continuation of what I said earlier. I just think he just looks sharper in what he's doing. He's always, one of his superpowers has been his hands. He attacks it so much sometimes when he doesn't need to on some of these screens and stuff that we have to pull him back. But that's just, it's part of what he does. He sees ball, he goes gets ball, right? And you know, so there's just little fine tuning and those kind of things. But those are easy fixes. Those are fixes you want to make. You know, but for him, it's again just getting himself ready, taking it one day at a time, getting the rapport with these quarterbacks, and you know, being in the best physical and mental shape that he can be in, along with these other guys going into week one.
We've seen him grow as a leader. That Cooper in this room, I know it's not physical.
Yeah, he's always been a leader within his own. He's very socially aware too, right? I mean, being a young guy, you just kind of get in where you fit in a little bit. But ultimately, when you play the way he does, people are going to look up to you. You know, whether it be in the stands or the fans that he has, rightfully so, and then obviously the players. You know, going into year 3, yeah, I mean, he's. You know, I don't want to get too much what goes in the meeting room, but I know he runs the remote a little bit, and that's, you know, as he's just gotten more and more comfortable and more and more leadership. So, but he's always had that personality that people are going to be, you know, kind of go to, I guess you could say. So, just pleased with where he's at.
As long
Really Lampkin got some shine last weekend.
I've heard.
Yeah. What did you think of his progression through camp?
Yeah, no, he's a strong, sturdy dude, right? I mean, he's whatever he was listed at and all that, but he had a great career. You know, going to Coastal Carolina, transferring to North Carolina, being a first-team All-American. You know, and sometimes, obviously, the attributes don't get you drafted, if you will, but it doesn't matter. You just got to land, and I like what what we've seen from him. I thought he had a really good game. I thought he got better as the game went on. Again, like I keep saying, not to be a broken record, but him to just keep stacking these days and being the best he can be through August, getting himself ready for whatever September next.
Mike, as long as you've known Jimmy, you talked about his development this second year in the system because of the terminology. What have you seen with him? Because it seems like he knows the system, but there was still some terminology last year that he was struggling with.
Yeah, I mean that's just it, right? I mean, it's just having that second year of those off-season meetings. You know, from obviously starting in April and then going all the way till, you know, the end of OTAs, and then coming back and hearing it again. I mean, it's the 4th time from just an introduction standpoint he's hearing these plays, and then obviously the day-to-day, being in the quarterback room, being in the unit room or the skill room, in terms of just hearing these plays over and over and conceptually what we're trying to get done. So Jimmy, as long as he's comfortable with you know, the terminology and all that, like that ball snap, he's as comfortable as it comes. I think we've all seen that throughout his career. There's a reason he's had the success he has had. So you know, when he's feeling good about everything, usually good stuff happens because his physical ability is able to take over.